Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Maple Ruski, for beer review number 26. And today, the bottle I have for you is Gigantic La Formidable by Beaus Brewing Company. It's on their B-side styles of beer, not styles of beer, thing of beer. I don't know what you call it. But there's the bottle. It's got a nice, cool-looking robot, like a transformer or one of those Power Rangers things that they all, come together and build. That's kind of cool. Some helicopters and a city background there. Real nice. It is an American Belgo IPA. So, let's crack it open and see what we got. Nice. Now let's pour a nice tall glass in the Beaus Brewery pint glass. Tulip style glass, what am I saying? Not pint glass. I'm losing my shit, it seems. That's alright. It's Thursday, it's almost the weekend. And there we go. The head keeps creeping up. There we go. Now it's settled. Or just stopped at least. Sweet. Let's put that right there. Looking at the glass itself, good. 2.5 finger head kind of thing, I want to say. Yeah, fairly nice, fairly large head. It looks decently hazy for being an IPA, kind of a yellowy, like a deep yellow golden color to it. Looks real nice. Let's have a sniff. Getting grapefruit up there and some pine, a little bit of white pepper. More grapefruit, some other tropical fruity notes out of it, which is really nice too. Fun fact, this is, when I first started trying craft beers, this was one of the first. I bought it because of the robot on the front, and actually when I first drank it, I absolutely hated it. I hated it a lot. I haven't had it, I had it once then after, totally different opinion about it, but this is my third time having it in about year and a half, 2 years, so let's get right into it. Let's stop stalling. Definitely much better than the first time I had it. I remember the first time all I tasted was pine trees, and it was way too damn bitter for me and way too damn strong for me. Probably got about 3 or 4 sips in, and then I just realized, no, I can't do it. I dumped it. I felt bad, but now I'm back here drinking it again, and I do quite enjoy it. So cheers on the first sip, or first sip. You know how this shit goes already. Cheers, everybody. I'm getting a lot of tropical fruits, more mango, pineapple, not so much. Got a lot of grapefruit in there as well, and like I said earlier, the white pepper, and I can still taste a little bit of the pine in there. I'm pretty sure they don't put pine in here, but that's what I get just because I relate it to the first time I had it, and that was all I was getting from it then. But now there's a lot more in-depth flavors. Over time, my palate has changed, and IPAs is something that most people just need to get accustomed to. Their palates will change. They'll get a lot of grapefruit and a lot of pine in any IPA that they first drink, if they drink traditional like Coors Light, Canadian Bud. But over time your palate changes and you get more in-depth flavors like those mango notes or the pineapple notes, and the pine and the grapefruit more settle down a bit, since those are the more bold tasting notes in an IPA, and you really get to enjoy the more plethora of flavors that go into an IPA, such as this bottle of a Gigantic. And it is gigantic looking at the alcohol content, or the ABV. It is 6.9%. And IBUs, I forget. I think it's about 60 or 65. It doesn't say on the bottle, which I guess are points off. But here on the website, it does say 60 IBUs, so I was correct. It's a bit more. It's definitely up there on the bitterness scale, and it is definitely more bitter than other IPAs or pale ales, but it is damn enjoyable. Like I said, grapefruit, white pepper, pine, a little bit of pine, sorry. Then you get your mangoes, and you get a slight bit of pineapple. I want to say you also taste a bit of a caramel or toffee malt in there as well, which is kind of nice. It's not very sharp flavors all the time. You get more of those subtle, bold, deeper notes of toffee and caramel. So let's read the bottle, and then we'll get to the website and all that jazz. So, Gigantic La Formidable by Beaus Brewing Company. Bottle says, not much actually. It says, ingredients, local spring water, organic barley malts, organic hops, yeast. Pretty much it. This is brewed in Van Cleek. Oh no, why do I say Van Cleek? Yeah, no it is. Van Cleek Hill, Ontario. Which is, I have no idea where. I think it's up north and to the east. Pretty sure, could be mistaken. But since the bottle doesn't really have much of a description, sadly, let's look at the website and what the website has to say. At Gigantic, we hold ourselves to a simple principle: never give an inch. We vow to start small and stubbornly stay small, focusing our efforts on making exceptional beer rather than a lot of beer. When you drink Gigantic, know that we didn't just put our name on the label. Our effort, imagination, and dry wit are in every bottle. That is from Ben Love and Van Having. And it continues to say, La Formidable is an American Belgo IPA, a relatively new hybrid beer style that crosses bold, citrusy American-style hops or hop aromas with the signature fruity, spicy, and earthy elements of a Belgian yeast. History and style. Gigantic Brewing Company is an independent artisanal brewery located in southern east quadrant of the People's Republic of Portland. So it seems to me, let me finish and then I'll get to that. Brewer/owner Ben Love and Van Having are veterans of their Oregon brewing community and have developed this new recipe exclusively for the B-Side Brewing label. So it seems to me that Beaus Brewery and Gigantic Brewing Company of Portland in the United States came together and they kind of created this beer for B-Side Brewing label of Beaus Brewery, which is, I think, more or less their collaboration label that they put on the beers that they do collaborations with. I may be mistaken by that, but from what I'm getting and from my knowledge at right now, that's what it is. Damn, that's just really good. Those hops, and then the mixture of the maltiness and the toffee and the caramel. Perfect. Tasting notes. La Formidable is a hazy golden ale that exudes appetizing aromas of grapefruit and orange, along with a light piney notes and white pepper. The flavors offer a firm but balanced bitterness that is complemented by citrus fruitiness. The finish is spicy and earthy undertones, or with earthy undertones, sorry. So, I'm getting most of it, yeah, like they said on the description. I'm getting a lot, like the grapefruit and the white pepper and the pine. I'm getting that for sure. I can kind of see where they see the oranginess, but I don't know, I get that toffee and the bit of caramel, more toffee than caramel of malts in there, which is, to me, kind of interesting. I like that because with craft beer, the brewery and the brewers themselves will give a description, especially on the tasting notes, of what the beer is and like how it tastes, but everybody gets their own little opinion on it, which I personally love. Looking at the malts, they use organic pale ale and organic Munich. For hops, they use Cascade, Raku, Nelson, Sauvignon, Pacific Gem, and Perle, which are all organic. The yeast is Trappist ale. Trappist, I think, that's where you get the Belgian sort of style to it, which is pretty neat. And I do quite enjoy this beer. It's damn delicious. You know what? When it does warm up a little bit, especially near the end, with the whole flavor thing, you can get very different flavors between when you first crack it open, if it's really cold, to when it warms up a bit. And when it warms up, you get more of those orange notes to it. Now, looking over here on Beer Advocate, it has been given a BA score of 85, which is very good, out of 76 ratings, and there's no bro score, which is fine. And a review on it down here is somebody who gave it a 3.71 out of 5. This review says, Beaus bottle with a cool B-side / gigantic label. They say, golden pale ale color, cloudy with visible yeast chunks floating around. A big effervescent or carbonated Belgian looking head that dissipates quickly. A little bit of lacing. There's a decent bit of lacing around the glass. Now they also say, fruity, slightly piney hops, peppery yeast. I fear the hops might have faded in this 2-month-old bottle. This is going to be a little bit different Beer Advocate thing because it is a little old once they've drank it. Mine's probably about 3 weeks to a month old, so whatever. But this really harmonizes tasting beer with good balance between hops, malt, and Belgian yeasters. Yeast esters? Okay. Like a slightly effervescent American IPA, pretty much what you'd expect. A solid, well-executed example of the style. I definitely prefer this to most of the other Beaus beers I've tried, but it still seems a steep... What the hell? Maybe those are two separate thoughts. Okay, let me restart this. A solid, well-executed example of the style. I definitely prefer this to most of other Beaus beers I've tried, but it still seems a bit steep at $5.95 for a 650ml bottle, when you could easily pick up something like Deauville Triple Hop, Earthel Hop, or Houblon Chauffé. I really don't like that review. It doesn't really give much information. I think that was a shit review, to be honest. But, you know what, that's besides the fact. We're not here for that guy's review. We're here for my review. And I do enjoy it. With the grapefruit and the orange that comes in once it warms up a bit, and then the pine and the white pepper and those malts, the toffee flavor to it, at least that I'm getting, which I may be mistaken for those what they call earthy tones. Ooh, it is good. It's a lot of flavor packed in here, which they like the review said, at least they execute it very, very well. It's perfect. I'm trying to find marks to dock off, or not trying to find that, but trying to find stuff I don't like about this beer, and I can't. It doesn't bug me, but I really like that. It's very hard to find a beer that you could find things that you don't like about it. With this, you know, its flavor profile is beautiful. It's really well crafted for sure. So, that's what I gotta say about it, at least. So let's cheers on the final sip and finish this up. Cheers, everyone. Bitterness also seems to go up a notch once it does warm up. So that's something to note as well. Overall, I gotta give this beer a solid 9 out of 10. You know, flavors and everything that they packed into it is done really, really well. Everything flows nicely. There's no obscene flavors. Nothing is more than the other. It just flows perfectly, which I do love. So flavor out of this is good, solid 10 out of 10. But overall for the beer and for the bottle and all that is 9 out of 10. One, because it doesn't show the IBUs on the bottle and there isn't a lack of description. which I do like reading about the beer. But overall, coming in at 9 out of 10 for what it is damn beautiful, and it does kick your ass kind of thing. At 6.9%, you're definitely gonna be feeling it after this 600 ml bottle. So with that said, that'll do it for me, Maple Rooski. Like I always say, crack your beer and enjoy. Cheers.